Kari Lake has responded to Trump's indictment, and she posted a video that I've seen circulating around kind of right-wing spaces. She posted it as well. So strange, just very strange. And we'll watch that video in just a little bit. But before, she also released a statement, and we won't read the whole thing, but here's a little bit of this. Kari Lake speaks out on the indictment of President Donald J. Trump. This is a dark moment in the history of our nation. The radical left and their weaponized criminal justice system have crossed all legal and ethical lines in an attempt to destroy President Donald J. Trump. Jailing your political opponents based on politically motivated grievances. It's something you'd expect to see out of third world dictatorships or banana republics, but now, after a years-long assault on our Constitution, the radical left has accelerated this country's descent into a broken system that allows for the political persecution of anyone who threatens the status quo. And then it continues, President Trump denies wrongdoing, etc. So same talking point we've heard from many now. And really, as I'll continue to repeat, there's no interest in the specifics of the case. We don't even know, by a lot of those defending Trump, I should say, we don't even know necessarily what the charges are going to be. We'll find out for sure on Tuesday, and it doesn't matter how much evidence comes out if a crime was clearly committed and it's able to be proved. None of that matters. It just matters that it's Trump. That's it, right? It just matters that in their eyes, he can't do any wrong, and the laws don't really matter for him. And that's really what this all boils down to. And I'm happy to recognize, and then we'll get to this video, but I'm happy to recognize, as I've done multiple times, this case is less significant than the other massive cases with Trump, his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. But does that mean committing crimes just is not something that should matter? No, if there's a crime that was committed, then it's perfectly reasonable for him to be legally held accountable. Here is this video that she posted shortly after in response to Trump's indictment. And again, this has been circulating. Trump also posted it, I saw, in MAGA spaces.
Durham probe into the Russia collusion hoax.
President Trump has just been impeached on both Article 1 and...
The only president of the United States to be impeached for a second
January
time.
6th committee releasing its final 845-page report.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted.
Remember this: nothing worth doing ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an...
This isn't a response to him being indicted. It takes courage to do what is right. Maybe he's not this hero that is defending you against the deep state and just a guy who falsified business records. It just may be that simple, frankly. And also attempted to, in separate cases, or separate cases are addressing this, overthrow our democratic process, install himself as president for 4 years despite losing the election, and on and on and on.
Outsider, embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead.
This is a party that wants an outsider badly.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You must keep pushing forward. Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit.
Okay, you get the point. What does that have to do with this? Never quit. And she, here I'll show you. When she posted this video, said, stop what you're doing and watch this video. Never quit. Which I agree with that message, but it's just really fascinating watching. Enraging? doing the job that I do, going and watching a lot of kind of right-wing social media activity and all of that, but also fascinating to see how all of these bits of news, all of these different events are interacted with by so many in a way that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why is it that this is an inspirational moment where Trump is standing up against the horrible wrongdoing of the broken system, when in reality, finally we're seeing a situation where the system is acting in a way that indicates it's less broken? And what I mean by that is, so often, if you are powerful, if you are influential, your wrongdoing is not focused on or held accountable. You are not held accountable for your wrongdoing. And so often our justice system does take into consideration, just through the way the system's set up and the ability of someone who's wealthy to hire the best lawyers and get out of these legal troubles in ways that other individuals who don't have that wealth or that prominence or aren't as well connected absolutely wouldn't be able to. And so in this situation, an individual who is prominent, who is well connected, wealthy, seems to have just committed a lot of crimes in a lot of different areas and is possibly actually going to be held accountable for them, something we don't see happen with those who are powerful or as wealthy, prominent as Trump is. And so that's actually the system being less broken, not Trump bravely standing up against the system. And I'll say one more time, we don't even yet know what the specifics of the charges are. We'll find out on Tuesday. So for them to know for sure it's all terrible political persecution, there's no evidence, it doesn't matter, is a sign of them being disingenuous. But of course, even when we move forward, hopefully, to seeing indictments in what I would call the more significant cases, it's going to be no matter what defend Trump, even though it'll be far more significant, and it doesn't matter how much evidence is brought forward, they will defend Trump no matter what. Individuals like Kari Lake, of course, as she, it seems, is auditioning to be his vice presidential running mate.